Unfiltered Improv. Full-flavored comedy from Toledo and beyond. Hello, welcome to Homegrown Toledo Creatives and greetings from Unfiltered. We're here to bring you some improvised comedy. Tonight's players are Paul Bergman, Bonnie Schmitz, Mark Holliday, Emily Garrow, Kate Britt, Brian Poplowski, Josh Kaiden, and yours truly, Robin Molly. Our first game today is a game called Good News, Bad News. This is where we tell you the good news about a topic, followed by the bad news about that good news, and then wrap it up with the good news about the bad news, and then we'll move on to the next topic. If only all news was as good as this good news, bad news. All right, to get started, Josh, your suggestion is purple.
Purple. Well, the good news about purple is they're expanding the rhyming dictionary, and soon there will be 2 words that rhyme with purple, not just the one, purple.
The bad news about there being more words that rhyme with purple is Eminem will be able to show off all the time about all the rhymes he could make with like slant rhymes and stuff like that. And he's going to get really sad, and sad Eminem is no good.
Well, the good news about a sad Eminem is that when he makes his spaghetti, all the tears will flow down into the spaghetti and give it a nice salinous taste.
Salinous.
And Paul, let's hear the good news about mice.
The good news about mice is there are fewer and fewer mice every year because they're watching too much Netflix.
Well, the bad news about Netflix killing off all the mice year after year is that my cats are freaking starving in here.
The good news about your cats starving in there is they might just start eating each other, and then you will have the most evolutionarily fit cat for your
Good news that sounded like bad news.
All right, let's hear the good news about a coffee mug with a broken handle.
The good news about having a coffee mug with a broken handle is that you have to get really creative with how you hold things, and it'll improve your grip because you're usually using an oven mitt to hold that cup.
The bad news about improving your grip is that your handshakes will be so powerful that you'll just start hurting like important people, and you will miss out on a lot of really important business opportunities.
The good news about missing out on a lot of important business opportunities is that you've always hated capitalism deep on the inside and wanted to undermine it any way you can. And if you can do that by excluding yourself from it through the firmness of your handshake, then you are willing to, you're willing to bite that bullet. Okay. Brian, can you give us the good news about playing cards?
Oh man, the good news about playing cards is that everything in your house is totally out of whack, and they're the perfect thing to stick under table legs or bookshelves to level them out because they're real thin and you got at least 52 of them.
The bad news about Brian taking my playing cards to level out his stupid coffee table is that when I play 52 pickup, I have to count the cards before I play because there's never actually 52 cards in that deck.
Mm-hmm.
The good news about Brian counting his cards is he's finally going to learn how to count to 52.
We'll have you counting yet.
Hey, Robin, tell us the good news about eye charts at the eye doctor.
The good news about eye charts at the eye doctor is that they have relatively few letters on them. And so it's quite easy to memorize them so that you can ace your eye exam every time.
The bad news about acing your eye exam every time is when you accidentally run over a family of ducks with your luxury vehicle and end up on the local news.
The good news about ending up on the local news for viciously slaughtering a family of ducks going across the road. Is that you're internet famous now? It's awesome. It's great. Good for you. Kate, can you give us the good news about ballpoint pens?
Well, the good news about ballpoint pens is that not only can they write in space, they can also write at the bottom of the ocean. That's it. That's the good news. Oh no, we lost Josh.
I think Josh's neighbor took out his internet again.
I think that's just his usual resting face, so it took me a while to realize he was frozen.
The bad news about being able to write in space or at the bottom of the ocean is you've been living in C-Lab trying to dodge your ex-wife so she can't make you sign those divorce papers, but now you got no excuse because you could do it at the bottom of the ocean.
And the good news about signing your divorce papers at the bottom of the ocean is that no one will be there to see me cry.
And on that note, we're going to wrap up good news, bad news. We'll move on to our next game. It's called Foursquare. The players for this game are Kate, Paul, Bonnie, and Josh. We're going to have them each in scenes of 2 performers, and we will rotate from scene to scene, creating a total of 4 different scenes, and we'll switch through them at my will, seeing the scenes take on different directions and exciting new places and shapes and times and all of that fun stuff. All right, to get started, let's get a suggestion for Kate and Paul of a location. Where are these two?
The carry out.
Lab.
I heard the carry out was what I heard. So the carry out. And for Paul and Bonnie, what is the last thing that you bought at a carry out?
Oh,
Antifreeze.
Antifreeze. I heard antifreeze. And for Bonnie and Josh, who is someone that you wouldn't mind feeding some antifreeze to?
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog. Your suggestion is Kermit the Frog. And last but not least, for Josh and Kate, what is your favorite thing about Kermit the Frog?
his
He's got
delicate
hot
wrists.
wife.
His delicate wrists. I heard so delicate wrists is the suggestion. All right, we'll go back to Kate and Paul. Remind us of your suggestions and we'll rotate through.
The
Carry out.
Paul and Bonnie.
Antifreeze.
Bonnie and Josh.
Kermit the Frog.
Josh and Kate.
Delicate wrists.
All right, back to Kate and Paul to take it away.
Oh, I didn't want silverware. I've got plenty at home.
Okay, we'll just put the silverware here. We don't have to use it. It's not silverware, it's plasticware. It's all wrapped up and we can use it the next time.
When are we going to use it?
When we go on a picnic tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the weather's supposed to be really good. The weather's supposed to be really nice.
Jared, don't fool me again. You have promised to take me on a picnic every Sunday of our 13-year marriage.
Well, this time, Melissa, I'm serious. I'm gonna take you.
How do I know you're serious?
Well, because look at that picnic basket. Look at that. It's
empty.
It's mine now. Couldn't start the car again.
I think it's time you learn how to drive, sweetie. The key is supposed to go in the ignition. You can't just keep stuffing it in the center console. It doesn't work like that.
Listen, I never took the lessons like you did. You could take it easy on me, okay?
Okay, I'm not saying I'm better than you. I'm just saying I'm smarter.
That sounds like the same thing. And I just want to we need to get to the store because our shelves are bare.
I can't keep doing this with you. I can't keep doing this with you. I really can't. I'm trying, and
Please try. Come on. You can do it this one more time. You can do it. I can start the car even though it's 40 below.
Rotate.
All right.
Hey, these chicken legs are really delicious, but so small.
Sweetie, they're frog legs.
Puh, 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 puh.
Out, I worked really hard on that.
But now I'm scared to look at my terrarium.
Rotate.
Honey, I did too many push-ups.
Oh, you and your delicate wrists. You are such a flower.
Honey, I can't turn on the shower. I'm so sweaty, and I just don't have the strength anymore.
You know, I'd love to help you turn on the shower, but I feel like that would be sending all the wrong messages.
Like that you want me to be fresh and clean and
No, of course I want you to be fresh and clean, but I mean, you got to learn a lesson here. And what lesson do you learn if I help you bathe? I think you're either going to have to hold that shower handle thing between your arms or your forearms, or maybe with your mouth. I know it's kind of big and round, knobby, but I don't know, maybe you could do it.
I don't understand the lesson I'm learning.
The lesson
Rotate.
Hey, do you want this wet nap? That way your hands can be fresh and clean.
You really did think of everything, didn't you?
I did. And what a perfect day it is. See, I came through for once.
My mother was wrong about you.
Rotate.
My mother was right about you.
Rotate.
Nothing. It's empty. You cleaned out my whole terrarium?
Well, for the record, they were all already dead. I'm not sure from what, but I thought it was a tasty snack.
I mean, on the one hand, I'm really upset, but on the other hand, they're so delicious. Would you call this a buffalo hot dip?
Oh, that was actually, you should check your aquarium.
Rotate.
I learned the lesson.
Yeah, and now you know what it is, and now you can tell me what the lesson was.
The lesson was build your wrist strength.
Oh no.
I can use them to overpower even the strongest man.
And scene. All right. Now we're going to use our strong wrists to pass things over to Josh to host this next game.
Okay, great. Our next game is called Objection. Our players will be Robin, Mark, Brian, and Emily. The way this game works is we will get a topic for our players, and they will be disputing on this topic, and I will be the judge, jury, and I always want to say executioner, but just final arbiter, I think is the actual term here. So they'll be disputing on a topic, and at the end of the game, whoever is speaking wins, but they will object to what other people say. I will either sustain or overrule their short objections, and if I sustain it, they take over speaking. Wasn't the greatest explanation I've ever done for this game. The players know what you're doing, so why don't you take it away? Let's see. For our players, can I get a what is the most boring topic you can think of right now?
Lettuce.
Lettuce. Okay. Emily, I'd love to hear your thoughts on lettuce.
Lettuce. They say it's healthy, but it's genetically modified. Most lettuce causes spider webs to grow in our lungs, man.
Objection.
I don't want
Yes,
you to
Brian.
know that.
It's not the lettuce, it's the spiders on the lettuce that are causing the spider webs in your lungs.
Sustain, let's hear more about that.
Yeah, I mean, lettuce is just covered in tiny, tiny spiders. Everyone knows this. And you eat a piece of lettuce and they grab onto your throat on the way down. They move into your lungs and they spin spider webs. This is just.
Wait, objection.
Yes, Robin.
No Doubt already made a song about this.
Sustained.
Yeah, that Spiderwebs jam was a hit back in the 90s, but Brian, it's been a long time. Nobody needs to hear a remake about the Spiderwebs. And sorry, my throat's closed right now. I'm coughing up the spider web. So just leave a message so I can go and hack.
Objection.
I heard 43 objections. Mark, did you have one?
I have an objection to that comment you were making there, Robin.
Mhm.
First of all, the only message I want to be hearing about in Spiderweb better be coming about a pig, because that's the only
Objection.
Wait. I'm going to sustain Mark's objection. Let's let him talk a little before we object to.
I didn't even wait for you to
That's
sustain
how
this with my
passionate I am
objection.
about what a pig that is. That's the kind of messages I want to see in the Spiderweb. Oh, that pig, right? Charlotte's Web type stuff is what I'm talking about. Let's get real here, people. If it's past the 4th grade reading level, I'm not reading it. And Charlotte's Web hits me in that sweet spot.
Objection.
Yes, Brian.
I object to the fact that Mark didn't wait for you to sustain his objection.
He did.
Oh, he did not. He ranted. and I'm gonna go
Overruled,
ahead and
Brian.
rant now.
Let's hear more about not reading past the 4th grade level, Mark.
Encyclopedia Brown, that is my jam. I also like the Hardy Boys. I liked also.
I object.
Yes, Robin.
He's clearly reading off a Google list of 4th grade reading materials. He's never actually read any of this crap.
Sustained.
Yeah, as you might know, Mark is famously the only illiterate English teacher in the metro area.
Objection. I don't teach English anymore.
Sustained. That's true as far as I know. Yes.
The teaching profession has they basically sold out all the best in the profession. I mean, really, they're piling up the workload and demanding way more than ever before. And we're just supposed to take it.
Objection.
Yes, Emily.
I think a story of an illiterate English teacher would make a wonderful movie for the Lifetime channel.
Sustained.
So you got this backwoods person who dreams of becoming a teacher, and they have to fake their way to the top. They can't read or write.
Objection.
Yes, Brian.
There's been no mention of Mario Lopez yet. This is not a Lifetime movie.
Don't know who Mario Lopez is, but I will sustain that nonetheless.
I am now changing my objection to objecting you about you not knowing who Slater was. It's a judge who doesn't know who Mario Lopez is like a doctor who doesn't know who Mario Lopez is.
Yes,
I
Robin.
object.
Yes.
Yep. Josh is just obviously more of a Luigi guy.
I am. I assume we're talking about Luigi Lopez. I will sustain that, Robin.
I was talking about like Mario and Luigi, like the video game characters, but sure, you know what? Luigi Lopez is a stand-up guy.
Objection.
Outstanding.
Wait, unfortunately, we're out of time, and Robin's our winner.
Oh, thank you, Luigi Lopez.
Okay, for our final game, we'll be playing a game called Soap-O-Matic. The way this game works is I am going to give our players a set of 3 initials, and they're going to quickly invent a soap opera with those 3 initials and describe, give us the name, describe a little bit about what we would see if we were to watch that soap opera. Then I will pick one and we will get a little of it played for us. So our initials today come courtesy of William H. Macy. They are WHM. And Brian, you get to go first.
So my favorite soap opera is without a doubt Witch Homemakers. And it's about a bunch of witches who decide to leave the coven and settle down in a suburban house in the suburbs. And they just keep getting dragged back into witchy shenanigans. They're summoning things after moonlight. There's cats. Witch Homemakers.
Mm-hmm. A bold choice to turn homemakers into 2 words there as well. Okay, Mark, let's hear your soap opera.
Oh, everyone knows the famous soap opera Women Hunting Men, where women have had enough of the men's BS and they ain't taking any more unless it's with a 45, in which case they'll be taken to life.
Thank you for that violent soap opera, Mark. Okay, Paul, let's hear yours.
This is a soap opera about a large family in a house that's under construction, and there's carpenters all around. And my show is called "Why He Make."
Okay, Why He Make from Paul. Robin, what you got for us?
So my show is called Weird Hairy Mammals. This is a soap opera / nature show, and it's actually mostly about humans, the weirdest, hairiest of the mammals. I maybe not the hairiest, but for sure the weirdest of the hairy mammals would be the humans. So it's kind of just like a regular soap opera, but it has that like super cool like nature narration going on, where it's like, here we see the male and the female, they are about to mate, that sort of stuff.
Okay, thank you. Weird hairy mammals. Okay, next is Emily.
This soap opera is called Wind in the Hissing Meadows. And it's about a beautiful young Amish girl who must sneak out in the nighttime to meet her lover in a snake-infested meadow.
Okay, Wind in the Hissing Meadows. The next
I
we've
love it.
got Bonnie.
My soap opera is called The Wild, Hot, and Moody. It's a lot of very wild people who are also very attractive, and they all have incredible mood swings at the drop of a hat.
Wild, Hot, and Moody. And finally from Kate.
My soap opera is called Widows Hold Memories, and it starts out with a different old British stage actress just looking out of a window, and then she starts like either crying or laughing or getting enraged, and then it's just like a boom, boom, boom back in time, and we see the memory that she's emotionally reacting to.
Okay, so from Brian, we had Witch Homemakers. From Mark, Women Hunting Men. From Paul, Why He Make? From Robin, Weird Hairy Mammals. From Emily, Wind in the Hissing Meadows. From Bonnie, Wild, Hot, Moody. And from Kate, Widows Hold Memories. I think I'd like to see a little scene from Widows Hold Memories. Kate, why don't you be the old woman giving us a little bit of her memory, and maybe Robin and Brian will give us part of that scene from that.
My good lady, I am sorry to tell you that your child has been eaten by one of the Queen's guards.
And scene! Oh, what a traumatic
Good show.
I really want to watch so many of those shows. Okay, for our final, that was our final
That
game.
was our final game.
Back to Robin now. Yeah.
All right. We hope that this becomes one of those shows that you just can't get enough of, and you all decide to tune in again next week to listen to some more Unfiltered Improv right here on Homegrown Toledo Creatives. All right, thanks for listening. Bye. Bye. Unfiltered Improv, full flavored comedy from Toledo and beyond. Hosted by Robin Molly and Josh Kynan. Editing by Robin Molly. Recorded for Homegrown Toledo